Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here, coming at you with the 7th video in our Platinum Trophy Guide for Lies of P. In the last video, we'd gone through the Lorenzini Arcade and the Grand Exhibition, getting some new weapons and items and all of that good jazz, as well as records as well and gestures. We also unlocked the ability to respec whenever we want to. Even when you go into New Game Plus, you'll have that option to go to the Stargazer from the very beginning. Now we are here in the barren swamp, and like always, I'm going to go through and show you guys all of the important things to grab and how to go through the level. As always, starting out here, we're going to follow the main path. There's not really a lot of side paths to take just yet, so don't worry about that. You will be introduced to a new enemy, the exploding dogs in this area, so do keep that in mind. Coming over here, we'll have our first chest of the area. Do be careful of a gun puppet on the other side of that cart. But here you'll have a new converter. Following this round, when you're on this ledge, be careful of bear traps, and then also be wary of gun puppets shooting at you from up above. Now, just coming up here, be careful to the right, as there is another mad clown puppet, and he will send another flaming ball at you. Upon defeating him, though, you'll get a Legion caliber. Then from here, you're going to want to follow this around and jump across this bridge like so. And then we're just going to head on up. Now from here, you will have a shortcut back to the Stargazer by activating this lever, which will open up that door down there. But before continuing on, we're going to actually turn right and climb up this ladder. Now, the normal sword-wielding puppets in this area is kind of similar to the one found at the top of this tower. The only difference is that his sword is on fire, and that he's a little bit more aggressive than normal. But inside you will get the recharged amulet. This will allow you to slowly recharge your HP over time, which is pretty nice. So if you really wanted to, you could swap out an amulet and put that on if you were having trouble with, going through an area and using your pulse cells a little too much. You can now rely on that. But coming down towards the shortcut, to the left, you'll find Alidoro. Now we're going to talk to him again, and we'll be able to, like I said, whenever you can, just purchase all of the unique weapons. Now the main reason why I say that, and I'm going to specifically say get the Frozen Feast now, is because you'll need it to complete one of the, I'm forgetting what they're called right now, but basically the Cryptic Vessels. Basically you will need that weapon to solve one of your Cryptic Vessels.
You're all worthy?
So another thing you're going to want to do while you're here with Alidoro is give him the glove.
I thought you were...
And now from here we're going to head through to the next area and get our next Stargazer. Alright, so from where Alidoro was, if you follow this path, I'll show you guys how to get through the next couple of areas. Get some weapons and things like that. So following this path around, do avoid the bear traps. When you first enter this open area, there will be a puppet on a cannon shooting at you, which will be up in this tower. Best thing that you're going to want to do is bait out this guy right here to attacking and then run past. Then simply run in, ignore the dogs, and immediately start climbing the ladder. As you'll see, you should take no damage. Coming up here, you should see that this guy is indeed waiting for us and is not on a cannon, as you can destroy it, and just to the left of that, inside, you will find the live puppet axe. Now from here we're going to continue on. Now there's nothing else major in this area, so you simply just continue to run past everything. Coming over here, you can then drop down, run past this other big puppet guy, and just right here you'll find your next stargazer. Now, once running past that, we'll be in this gigantic open area, which will have two puppets of the future, another guy on a cannon shooting at us from a tower, and there's roughly 4 or 5 butterflies, as well as an optional survivor boss here in that left side hut. But we're just going to run past that and get to the next couple of stargazers and get through the area. Now, for some reason, my recording messed up and it didn't get any of this footage, so that's why I'm coming back and doing this, and everything's kind of already explored. As you can see, shortcuts are already out and everything. But coming here into this ravine-like area, if you come right here, you can slowly just start dropping down to quickly progress through the area, as you'll see. Once across the bridge, no enemies can follow you, which is nice. Then here, if you quickly turn right here, you'll find a ladder. And this will lead you to a stargazer. As you can see right here. Now if you turn around and come back down, if you head across that bridge right there where the chest is sitting, you will find a Legion caliber sitting inside. Now from here, if you come inside the cave right here, do be careful of giant flaming puppet balls. Alright, so once in the cave, do be wary of giant flaming robot balls, as you'll see. Coming in here and then running around, do be patient. Run across this bridge here, following this around. Run across this bridge here and then off to the right. Wait right here a second. Then you can finally drop down and continue forward. Off to the right. Up here, as you'll see, there are 3 enemies. If you head off to the left, there is a bear over there guarding a chest. I will show off right here. The chest has a brake cartridge. Now, if you come over here, you can get your next shortcut right here. Then, if we come over here, and right here, there is a small ambush. As you'll see. Really hoping these guys just leave, but they probably aren't. Because I want them to. Inside here, you'll find a enemy waiting to ambush us. And just here on the other side, you'll find a new weapon in the chest. Let's see if I can... You will find the City Long Spear. Then following this path around, there will be a puppet that will jump down and will try and ambush you. Upon defeating him, you will get the Leaping Amulet. Where is it? Here it is. It will increase your max stamina. Then from there you can finally continue along the main path back into this, or into this giant little castle area. If you head inside, you can head down and unlock the gate leading back down to the bottom open swamp area. But for us, we're just going to head inside, or head up and back inside. As you'll see, there is another puppet waiting for us. He is also one who would be using a cannon, so take him out and take the cannon out in case you have to revisit like I do. So now from here, you should be able to come down here and outside across these bridges. Now from here, like I said, we're going to be grabbing our next Stargazer, and there is a new NPC that we can find off to our right. Now, here for me, this gate is open, but normally when you first find this NPC, Hugo, it is closed. You can talk to him about Alidoro and all that good stuff. And here we have our next Stargazer, like I said. Now, before taking on the boss, we're actually going to backtrack and do some things. So, yeah. Now that once back here at the hotel, we can have Vanini decipher that cryptic vessel. And we might as well get that out of the way now. Now, while we're also here, we're going to talk to Eugenie, and she will ask us about the glove, and you'll want to lie and say he was happy.
Thanks.
Now from here, where to find that cryptic vessel is you're going to want to actually head back to the Path of the Pilgrim, right here in Chapter 5. Inside the elevator shortcut that we had taken, or made, you'll want to write it all the way back down. Then from here, you can make a run all the way up and into this little side area to where you'll find this guy waiting for us.
How did you find this place, those guys? I don't know what's in.
He'll give us the key to his shack, and I will say that there is a trick to this shack, so I will show you that immediately. Once you open it, if you actually slowly walk in and come to the right, hug that wall, you'll then be able to open up this chest for free. And you'll see he'll magically disappear out of our vision through that crack. Now I will just go through, show you what happens. There is a hole in it. It is a bit annoying having a narrow hallway with a wide swinging weapon. But anyways, you can now come in here, and you'll be at the back of this little area. And you should be able to climb up this ladder. I don't know why it wasn't letting me. As you'll see, you'll now be up here, and you can finally access this hidden ladder that you could not use before, but could probably see. Now then, we're going to head back to the swamp, and I will see you all actually at the second one. Not the one we got after the bridges, but the one right before the big swamp with the two puppets of the future. Alright, so back at the big open swamp, there's three things to talk about. First is the optional bosses, which is the two puppets of the future found out in the open, and then off to the left over there is a shack you can enter and fight a optional survivor boss. It is the Owl Doctor, and you'll get his mask if you want it. The two puppets of the future I recommend fighting, as they both will drop you a quartz. The second is going through the area and getting all of the butterflies, as they do have quite a set of things to give you, and you can find all three in the area. Last but not least is if you come over here behind the tower, As you'll see, you'll find a new chest. And this will get you another supply for Vanini or Pulcinella, the fancy Vanini collection. So now we're actually going to head on and take the boss, and that will be at the 4th Stargazer. Alright, now we're going to be taking on the next boss of the game. Now, I highly recommend just using a shock weapon, as it makes it easier to stagger them. Or if you want to, you can use a fire weapon. Whatever you want. Like always, I'm going to show you guys the cutscene. Alright, now we have the green monster of the swamp. Depending on things, he will start off with either a charged attack or his berry attack that he just did. Of course, we're stuck behind him. As you'll see, being able to easily stagger him out of things is nice. Now in phase 2 is where the shock damage is really going to make a part in this. As you'll see, his attacks are a little bit more different. For some reason, it didn't want to give that to me. Now, whenever he does this dashing attack, it's best to try and get to the sides of him. But just like that, the puppet-devouring green monster goes down. As you'll see, Alidoro is waiting for us.
Do it! Finally, the last. I knew. You have my. See you at the hotel. Let's go back to the hotel.
So now we're going to head back to the hotel and take care of some things and end the episode. Once back at the hotel, like always, you're going to find Alidoro back in his corner over here.
I found. It'll always let the punish. A great weapon.
Now we can get the newest weapon, the Two Dragons Sword, which is actually a pretty decent weapon. Then you can also talk to him about the wanted poster,
A great weapon.
and that'll do it for him. Then last but not least, we can come and give the box we have attained to Pulcinella.
At the house, Master Patron.
And then we should have a new weapon that we can buy. Yep, right here, the Pistol Rock Drill Blade. Or Pistol Rock Drill. And then there should be a couple more amulets to grab, as well as liners, if you so choose to. Now, as always, this has been Mr. Pilgrim. I do hope that these videos and guides are helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form. And as always, I will see you all in the next video.